every time that I make this kind of content where I talk about my feelings, it's like an opportunity for me to reflect on myself. And I have been through so many different emotions since I started making this video. But I feel like I needed to go through all of those emotions in order to figure out what is it that I really wanted to tell you guys. And I found it. I want to make you believe that you will find out what you're looking for, no matter where you are. Hang on.
I don't want to sound like I'm giving you guys advice, so please just take it with a grain of salt.
If you guys follow me on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, you will see that I share a lot of content about me being an international student in Italy. And most of them are just fun and exciting. I know. Most of you might think, oh, she's having her best life or she has it all figured out. Not really. Yes, I am enjoying my life here. This is where I wanted to be when I was back in Vietnam. But now that I am here, I need to think about my next step because the program that I'm taking is just for 1 year and I need to think about where I want to go and what I want to do for the internship in December, which is still in progress, but that is one of the things that's making me feel like, oh, I am quite lost. The other thing is I'm about to turn 24. I know I'm still young, but compared to when I was 20 or 21, I feel like I need to be more responsible with my life now. So I'm looking for a career choice that I want to stick with for a long time. To give you a little context, I worked as a food stylist back in Vietnam, and I also worked in the pastry industry right after I graduated culinary school in New York. But I didn't really commit to those career paths for more than 1 year. And now I'm like, I need to do something more sustainable for my life or else I will keep jumping from one to another career path. Which is still okay because, I am still at the age where I'm self-discovering. Even if I was 30 or 40, I have friends who are in their 40s and they are showing me that no matter how old you are, you never stop learning and exploring about yourself. Yes, I know that, but there is this feeling in my whole body is telling me that, girl, you need to be consistent with certain things in life in order to build a foundation for yourself first, and then you can move however you want. I'm just putting it out there to let you know that this is how I'm feeling right now, and if you are feeling lost too, I am there with you. I am not there physically, but I am here feeling it with you. I actually listened to a podcast where they talk about this topic the other day, and they talked about how being lost is actually a good thing because to be lost means you want more. And to want more means you are growing or you are going to a new direction. And it is hard when you are going through a transition. But what's driving you is this desire that you want to be better or you want to improve, which is a good thing. Okay, enough of the hand dancing. I'm gonna take you to the next part where I'll read to you a letter that I wrote for my younger self to kind of look back of how I was lost and then I was found and then I was lost again and then I was found again. You're gonna see that all the things that I found in the past 4 years were all of the things that I really needed for my life. And this to me is like a reminder to make me believe that, okay, I might feel lost right now, but if I keep looking, keep asking myself, asking others, and keep putting myself out there, soon I will find it. And maybe this letter is useful for you too. Okay, let's roll!
Hello, it's me, you, and I'm calling from the future. I still remember the day that you left New York. You just couldn't shake off that feeling where you felt as if you didn't really make the best out of your time there. From an outside perspective, it might have looked like you had already made it. You attended your dream school, got to work with one of the best pastry chefs in the world, and live like a true New Yorker for a whole year. But not everyone knew those were just the tips of the iceberg. Even if you were very grateful for what you had and achieved, it didn't mean that there was no obstacle or setback during that time. But hey, you made it that far. I know there was one thing that you really wanted to do, which was to share your story to the world by making videos on YouTube. You tried your best for what you knew at the time. You tried to document your life and to talk in front of the camera.
Hi everyone, it's me.
But the reason why you wanted to do that was not so clear. Then you let the fear of judgment got the better of you. So all of the footage that you recorded, they never saw the light of day until they met me. On the way to the airport, leaving New York heading back to Vietnam, you looked at the city skyline and thought, hey New York, you and I, we will have another chapter together. And because of that, you changed your name to Delilah. As the lyrics of the song gave you hope, it felt like a reminder that no matter how far you went or how hard it would be, you would find your way back for that new chapter. Because this city somehow felt like a second home to you. Fast forward to now, guess what? I'm not back in New York. I'm living and studying in a place that you would never expect. Welcome to Italy! If you describe where you are as hustle and bustle, the word tranquility just perfectly captures where I am now. You're probably wondering, what happened in the past 4 years? Well, that's a story for another time. Let's just say life took some unexpected turns, but they led us to where we needed to be. Okay, I'll give you a little spoiler. You will find a job in Vietnam, a job that you have never heard of, but you will love it and you will take it seriously. With that job, you will meet people who share your love for food and art. They will also open your eyes to things you never noticed around before. Then you'll realize just how blessed you are to know more about your country, and that makes you want to let the world know about Vietnam. One thing though, there will be moments that break you down because you don't know how to deal with certain things in life yet. Sometimes you wish there was just a life recipe handed to you, one that you could just follow and everything would turn out fine. But we both know very well, life doesn't work like that. Even in baking, for example, that first try often doesn't come out like what you thought it would. In the past 4 years, I've met so many people who taught me a lot about what I didn't know, and most importantly, I've learned that it's okay to pivot your path. We used to think our career path was supposed to be linear. Turns out, you can turn left, you can turn right, you can move backwards sometimes, or even find yourself on a shortcut someday. It's all fine. I think for us, you and I, in whatever we do, what we always want at the end of the day is to discover hidden parts of ourselves. For that, trust me, you will find them on the way. Maybe you don't believe me yet, so here's another glimpse into what's coming your way. The job that I just mentioned, is in the world of food photography and media. As you spend more time with it, you realize that you need to work on your communication skills in order to articulate your ideas better. And you really want to go back to school for that. Then you keep looking, asking, and putting yourself out there. Eventually, you'll find out that there is a school in Italy with a program called Food Communication and Marketing. Isn't that exactly what you needed? And you want to bring Vietnamese food to the world? Later, you'll find yourself being surrounded with just food lovers from all over the globe and so many different backgrounds. You will also get to learn about other countries, not only by traveling, but also by sharing food, talking about traditions, and swapping various experiences. You realize that most people just know pho when they think of Vietnamese food. You get to be the one who introduces them to other dishes that they don't know yet. And you will find yourself being so proud when the next time they talk about Vietnamese food, they will say, Okay, the other night I was still in a midst of finding out the best way to end this video, and I was just getting lost in my deep thoughts. The only thing I knew was that I don't want to feel like this anymore. So I finally decided to call one of my friends. She's in Canada, I'm in Italy, and we didn't speak to each other for months. But after calling her, telling her how I was feeling, and having her giving me so much love and support, I just felt way better right after that. Anyway, let's wrap this video up. I know that I took you guys on a pretty wild ride from where I was lost last week in Italy. Then we went all the way back to New York 4 years ago. Then we came to visit Vietnam for a little bit. Then now we are back in Italy. But I am in a much better place now. Here. I just wanted to make it clear that all the things I mentioned in the letter were not what I wanted at the first place. But now looking back, I feel like if it weren't for those struggles or the people that I met and their support, I wouldn't be here today. Now I can proudly say that I got here not just because of luck. I fought really hard for this. Anyway, I hope that this video makes some of you feel less alone if you are feeling so, and maybe it gives you hope like what it did to me. I try my very best to make this video as clear as possible, so if you feel like she is just going all over the place, my thoughts are always like that, and I'm learning to articulate them better, so this is the very first step. Thank you guys for joining me. Comment down below if you want to share with me something. Even if it's in English or Vietnamese, any kind of language is fine. And if you are new to my channel, consider the subscribe button because I will come back with more videos and maybe an update about where I'm going for the internship. Okay, bye bye.
Never predict who you just might be. Oh my love.